Well, the photos that we're seeing right now, music we're hearing from Scott McQuaid and Jake Irwin, come from the television series that brought jazz into America's living rooms. And along with that jazz, a suave private detective and his club singer sweetheart. They hung out together in a place called Mother's, where the singer fronted a band. Her songs were cool, laid back, throaty, full of promise. Like the one coming up, a Mancini composition with lyrics by Ray Evans and Jay Livingston. And here to do it for us all the way from Dreamsville, welcome back Janet Rutland.
Just we two, alone with love in Dreamsville. Time is new, we're here to love, and we do. We can see the rest of the world below us from our big cloud. There's no boundary to this magic land as we go exploring hand in hand in dreamy Dreamsville. Far away, we're here to love. Here we'll stay. We can see the rest of the world below us from our big cloud. There's no boundary to this magic land as we go exploring hand in hand in dreamy Dreamsville. Far away, we're here to love. Here we'll stay.
Well, Lola Albright, playing nightclub singer Edie Hart, sang that song, many others, to her boyfriend, the exquisitely laid-back Peter Gunn. Now, during the band's breaks, Edie and Pete, played by Craig Stevens, would often step out onto the wharf behind the club for a smoke and some, shall we say, romantic conversation. In the pilot episode, Emmett, the piano player, opens the back door to tell Edie it's time to return to the stage. "Nice guy, Emmett," says Pete. Edie agrees. "You could do worse," says Pete. And with a smile that speaks volumes, Edie Hart says,
I always do. It's over and it's over, so I prolong it, brief and breezy, that's it. Let's not go on with the bit. A lover who's a rover is a rover, I'm a rover, so I prolong it, brief and breezy, that's it. Let's not go on with the bit. We could go on pretending and build up our regret, but doll, the net's descending, and you know I can't stand nets. A love affair is over when it's over and it's over, so I prolong it, brief and breezy, that's it. Let's not go on with the bit. We could go on pretending and build up our regrets, but doll, the net's descending, you know I can't stand nets. A love affair is over when it's over and it's over, so I prolong it, brief and breezy, that's it. The high note is my point to quit.
By the way, we should mention that Lola Albright married Bill Chadney, the actor who played Emmett, the piano player, in 1961, the final year that Peter Gunn was on the air. Well, Peter Gunn was unusual in that it was the first TV detective series that didn't come from someplace else, like dramatic radio or books or movies, and it was created by a Tulsa native, Blake Edwards. Yeah, who'd end up working with Mancini in a number of different high-profile movies, including many we celebrated in the first act tonight. Now, back in the late 1950s, as the story goes, Mancini had just been let go at Universal International Pictures, which was at the time getting away from feature films and heading more to making television series. He still had studio privileges, and one day during lunch at the studio commissary, he ran into Blake Edwards. Blake Edwards asked Mancini if he wanted to score a new TV show that he was doing. Sure, Mancini said. What's it called? Edwards said, Peter Gunn. And Mancini thought, great, a Western. Now, Mancini's arrangement and compositions for Peter Gunn are as cool as the characters themselves, never overstated, always inventive, made them perfect for Lola Albright and for Janet Rutland.
Hey, you're driving me crazy. What did I do? Oh, what did I do? My tears for you make everything hazy, clouding the skies of blue. How true were the friends who were near me to cheer me, believe me, they knew. But you were the kind who would hurt me, desert me when I needed you. Yeah, you're driving me crazy. What did I do to you? What did I do? Oh, what did I do? My tears for you make everything hazy, clouding the skies of blue. How true were the friends who were near me to cheer me, believe me, they knew. But you were the kind who would hurt me, desert me when I needed you. Yeah, you're driving me crazy. What did I do to you?
Well, in 1959, Columbia Records released an album called Dreamsville, featuring Lola Albright playing off her Edie Hart persona, accompanied by Henry Mancini and his orchestra. It's full of wonderful tunes, including a half dozen written by Mancini himself. This next one is a Mancini composition that appears on his best-selling 1959 LP, Music from Peter Gunn. It was the first disc ever to win a Grammy for Album of the Year.
Draw me real near, then purr in my ear those lovely whispers that you know I want so much to hear. Soft sounds in the night that thrill and delight. Tease me, taunt me, tell me love's designed to haunt me. My heart's in flight. Soft sounds, soft sounds, soft sounds in the night that thrill and delight. Oh, Emmett, I think you got one more in you. give me and Jake a turn. Draw me real near, then purr in my ear. Those lovely whispers that you know I want so much to hear. Soft sounds in the night, that thrill and delight. Tease me, taunt me, tell me love's designed to haunt me. My heart's in flight. Soft sounds, soft sounds, soft sounds in the night. That thrill and delight.
Well, in addition to the Mancini compositions, Lola Albright sang several other songs he arranged, doing them for the TV series and for her album Dreamsville. One of them was first heard back in 1929 in the film musical Mary Ann. Over the intervening years, it has become a jazz standard. Janet?
Just you, just me. Let's find a cozy spot to cuddle and woo. Just us, just we. I know an awful lot. My trouble is you. Oh gee, what are your charms for? What are my arms for? Just use your imagination. Just you, just me. I'll tie a lover's knot round wonderful you. Just me. Let's find a cozy spot to cuddle and woo. Just us, oh, just we. I know an awful lot. My trouble is you. Oh, gee, what are your charms for? What are my arms for? Just use your imagination. Just you, just me. I'll tie a lover's knot, a great big lover's knot. I'll tie a lover's knot round wonderful you.
Well, thank you all very much for coming to our show tonight. Lourdes Alcala is over there, our technical director, doing the slides. Lourdes. Your piano player has been the award-winning Scott McQuaid.
And if you've been to Lowdown before, you've seen Scott at that piano. He will be here again in the near future. I'm just certain of it. You probably got 4 or 5 dates booked already, right? Yeah, I had a feeling.
We also want to thank Hot Club of Cowtown bassist Jake Irwin. He gives us that great walking bass sound that was such a part of Mancini's Peter Gunn music. You've got some thank yous too, don't you, Janet?
I do, but I want to say Jake will be here in, September with Shelby Eicher and the Pearl Snaps.
All right.
And of course, we want to thank Lowdown for having us. Everybody's been so nice.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you.
our buddy John Hamill. I think you're in the house. But yes, sir. And I still owe you the biggest thanks for loaning me your DVD set of Peter Gunn. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, that black and white stuff, I can watch it all night. I love it. And, oh gosh, so many celebrities in the house. I'm scared to even mention because I can't see everybody. But I have a dear friend here. My friend Judy Treat is sitting right there. And her mother also would have been 100 years old this year if she were still with us. And Judy grew up listening to Henry Mancini in their house. And it just means so much to me that you came, Judy. Thank you. You want to introduce me?
Yeah, or you could introduce me. We didn't flip a coin in the green room, so I don't know which one's supposed to do it. Why don't you introduce me and then I'll introduce you, because I've got a big thing to say about you.
Oh, God. I said, just say my name. You can't take direction, I tell you.
No. It's tough. Thank you. And, of course, there's Janet Rutland.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
One of the greatest vocalists and one of the greatest people I've ever been around. Thank you, Janet.
And my co-conspirator, Mr. John Woolley. Now, I'm going to share a little secret with you that only this audience has heard. John and Janice Woolley were at the same show I was at. It was to see John Hamill and Pat Hobbs down in the Rainbow Room. And we were seated next to each other at tables side by side. And at intermission, John said, well, what's your next cabaret going to be? And I said, well, you know, Henry Mancini would have turned 100 in 2024, and his eyes got that big. And Janice leans in and says, you know Peter Gunn was his favorite TV show. I said, really? And John says, oh, I think you should do a whole night of Lola Albright. And Janice leans in and says, you know Lola Albright was his first crush. So talk about pressure. But I could not have picked a better partner to do a show with. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you, Janet.
And we got... Fortunately, this show has legs, and we've got several more dates coming up, and I'll wear you out with all that on Facebook, I'm sure.
I hope you'll still feel that way after this next song. We're going to close with one from Hoagie Carmichael, lyrics by Frank Lesser, that Lola Albright and Mancini's group performed on her album. Once again, big thanks to you all for joining us for this celebration of Henry Mancini's 100th birthday. Oh!
I didn't bring these wine glasses for nothing. Thank you, Henry Mancini, for the music which still inspires and delights us. Cheers to Henry Mancini. Okay, I can move on now.
Okay, you may need another drink by the time I'm done.
Here we are, out of cigarettes, holding hands and yawning, see how late it gets. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light, too much in love to say goodnight.
Here we are, in the cozy chair, picking on a wishbone from the Frigidaire. Two sleepy people with nothing to say. but too much in love to break away.
Do you remember the nights we used to linger in the hall? Father didn't like you at all.
I called him Pop. Do you remember the reason we married in the fall? To rent this little nest and get a bit of rest. So here we are, just about the same. Foggy little fella, drowsy little dame. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love to say goodnight.
Here we are, gee, don't we look a mess? Lipstick on your collar, wrinkles in my dress. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light, too much in love to say goodnight.
Well, here we are, crazy in the head. Gee, your eyes are gorgeous, even when they're red. Two sleepy people who know very well they're too much in love to break the spell.
Do you remember the nights we used to cuddle in the car, watching every fading star? And remember the doctor said your health was under par.
And you, my little snooks, were ruining your good looks. So
here we are,
keeping up the pace, letting each tomorrow slap us in the face. Two sleepy people by dawn's early light, and too much in love,
too much in love, too much in love to say. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Janet Rutland.